Hi, my name is Graham. I'm from the Vintage Guitar Players group, and you can find us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/groups/the Vintage Place. Remember to subscribe below, and you can check us out on Instagram as well at 95 Vintage Legends. So I'm here today with award-winning singer-songwriter and vintage endorser, Jade Helliwell. So Jade, thank you very much for joining us this evening, and a Monday as well. Very appreciated.
Thank you.
If you don't mind, if we can find out a little bit more, can you tell us a bit about your own music?
So I'm a country artist here in the UK. So my sound is very like modern country. So people like Carrie Underwood, Casey Musgraves, Maren Morris, that sort of pop influenced country music. And I've been releasing music since 2015. And just finally I feel like I found my sound. From all those years of kind of experimenting more pop, more country, and we're kind of in the middle of it now.
Yeah, it's nice to have, I suppose, that kind of a blend, and I suppose marrying two worlds of music, different genres, because it can lead to something pretty interesting, as well,
Yeah, definitely.
You kind of expect some of what you hear, but then you get some surprises, which I think keeps it quite fresh as well. And
Definitely.
you obviously have, kind of backing band and such.
Yeah, so it depends where I'm playing. In country music, one of the really popular things is the writers' round. So gigs like that, I normally just play by myself, just me and an acoustic guitar. But then if we do festivals or like full sort of Jade Helliwell show, then I've got a full band there.
Yeah, awesome. And in terms of guitars, then how did you stumble upon vintage in the first place?
So my boyfriend Luke Thomas has been an endorsee with vintage guitars for years, like way before I met him. So then when we got together, I used to like play on his guitar and stuff, and I didn't really know who vintage were. So he kind of got me into like looking at the guitars and stuff, and then he had a new guitar to collect, and he took me along to JHS to collect that, and I got playing with some of the walls, and then fell in love with them, and he kind of got the ball rolling with me being able to become an endorsee as well.
Oh, that's awesome. I've heard that Paul's got some kind of vault down at JHS headquarters where it's just you walk in and it's just this massive room of different guitars and prototypes. Is that true?
It's great. Yeah, it's really good. Whenever I like pick one out and want to go over it, they get it all set up and ready and plugged into play and have a go at and see what I think, which I think is probably for the best, because if I just went in just to browse on the wall, I'd be there all day pulling them all.
It's not. There's worse habits to have, I suppose.
Yeah.
So what about the guitars attracts you to playing them then?
I just think they've got a really nice sound, and like wherever I play, whether it's a small, intimate setting or festival stages, the sound that comes out of them is always like good quality, which I think that could be quite hard to find, especially with acoustics. I think it can be hard to find something that cuts through both like a large crowd and like a really intimate venue. So yeah, I like the sound and the feel. Like I'm quite picky, especially again with acoustics, with the body size, and I like that there's a good variation of the different models. So yeah, a couple reasons why I'm keen on.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well. With guitars, things are so individual when it comes to choices and preference. And what vintage guitars do you have just now then?
So this acoustic here is it's the orchestra range. So it's electroacoustic in the vintage burst. And then last year I got my first electric guitar, which I don't think you can really see it behind me, but I've got this one. So this is the V120 in Gun Hill Blue. Yeah, and I'm a proper girl as well. I knew I wanted a blue guitar, a blue electric. So I was looking at which ones to pick, and then when I got there, it's got like a very subtle, like a glitter in the bodywork. So
It's like a metallic. Yeah, is that the one with the kind of P90 style pickup as well?
Yeah, I'll pick it up so you can see it a little bit.
Yeah, it's nice.
One, yeah. Like you can't really see the glitter in the light, like I said, it's when you're really close up to it. But yeah, it sounds really nice, and my boyfriend started using it as well at gigs. So he's very picky about his guitars. Like I say, he's on vintage as well. So if he picks it up and plays it, then I know it must sound good.
Just need to make sure folk are borrowing it to get it back.
Yeah.
Been there. And do you have any modifications to any of the guitars, or are they just, off the shelf?
No, yeah, I've not got any modifications to any of mine.
So that's amazing. Again, like I say, it is quite unique. Like I said, I don't have a lot of modifications to any of the guitars I've got. The quality of the hardware that generally comes with them has been sufficient. The only mod I would get normally is things like coil splits and such, which is just a very individual kind of thing. But there's nothing I've
Yeah.
went, "Oh, I need to change that," which is, I think, quite an awesome thing for, especially for the money you're paying for them.
Yeah.
If if you were to decide that you were going to get your own, let's just say, Paul says here, Jade, we're going to have a signature model, then what would you like it to look like? What would you have? Were you acoustic, electroacoustic, electric? What would you have?
I'd like probably like a semi-acoustic. I like the cutaways at the top, even though this model doesn't have one. But normally, that's the first time I've opted for one in this kind of shape before. But I like the cutaways, and on a just like a visual, I love the ones that are like encrusted with like diamantes or like a glitter type to it. Something that like stands out when you're playing, and the lights can catch it as well. And my favourite colour is red, so I'm actually looking at a new red guitar at the moment. But yeah, I'd like a red one.
So red with diamantes, that's fine. Paul can take note of
Yeah.
get yourself a Pro Shop model or something.
Yeah.
And I've obviously had a little look, but for the benefit of everyone who's watching today, what's happening with you with upcoming music and gigs and stuff?
I've actually just last week launched a Kickstarter campaign to go and record a new EP. So I've got like 24 days left to hit the target. I'm about 33% of the way at the moment. So hopefully I get to that target, and then I can release a new EP, which I would hope to be out just before the start of summer. Also, I've got music up on Spotify and Apple and things like that already. And gig-wise, I've got quite a busy festival season, so I'm going to be playing at Buckle and Boots Country Festival at the start of June. I'm playing at the Long Road Festival, Millport Festival, Tennessee Fields. So like the summer, pretty much most weekends, I've got quite a few country festivals on, so it's really exciting.
Pretty much booked it the whole time. That's awesome. Well, the Kickstarter, then what's the finish up date for that?
So that finishes on the 21st of April.
21st of April, perfect. So everyone that's watching this needs to go on and get in there, get a donation, make this EP happen. And do you think with the music that you're going to come out with the EP from what you've been writing so far, is it going to be a kind of continuation along the same lines of, the kind of that blend of country meets pop kind of thing?
Yeah, it's still in the same genre of like the country pop, but I think like my writing's developed quite a bit since I've been releasing singles throughout the past few years, but I haven't actually put out a body of work since 2018. So I've written specifically for like this concept of this EP. So I'm really excited to have something out that kind of tells the story, and the artwork and the videos and everything will tie in together, merchandise and like my sets throughout the summer, things at festivals. Hopefully people will kind of pick up on it, and it all relates back to this EP. So I'm really hoping I hit that target so I can bring it to life.
Yeah, no, definitely. And do you think, you think we'll be hearing some of the new stuff at live dates at festivals and such, yeah?
Yeah, I'd hopefully, as I say, if we get everything on track, then I should be able to preview some of it throughout these festivals.
Excellent. No, that'd be amazing. And you mentioned, obviously, Spotify and Apple. Where else can we find your actual music?
It's basically anywhere where you can stream or download. And I'm also on YouTube. And then obviously on social media, Instagram and Facebook is just at Jade Helliwell official. And I share like clips and stuff on there, on TikTok as well. All anywhere where you can hear music, you'll find me.
Excellent. Well, definitely we'll get promoting that. Well, very much appreciated you've obviously joined us today, especially since for the benefit of, again, those who are watching this is a Monday evening, so so a very big thank you to obviously for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having me.
No, it's a pleasure. Well, what we can obviously do as well, hopefully, once obviously kind of touring season, with the festivals and such is kind of quietened off, we'll see if we can get you back on. We'll see if we get that diamante stud red guitar in, and We'll catch up then. Excellent. Well, thanks for your time, Jade.
Oh, thank you very much.
Have a good night.
Thanks, you too.